Hello, and welcome to the Say It Out Loud podcast. I am your host, Christine Dainard, and the goal of this podcast is to encourage you to live your best and most authentic life by digging deeper and finding connection through vulnerability. I believe we have been taught that vulnerability is a weakness, when in fact, it is our superpower. In this space, I will share personal stories and conversations with others so you can be empowered by their strength and inspired to take action in your own life. Thank you so much for being here. Now let's get started. Hey, welcome back to the show. You've got me here, Christine, and as this episode releases, it is the second week of December of 2023. I don't know about you, but I can't even believe this much time has passed. It feels like it's gone by so fast. And maybe you're feeling the same thing too. I know that my sort of like theory on this is that, first of all, when you're middle-aged, life just seems to go by faster, which could be a real thing. But also that I feel like, we lived those 2.5 or 3 years sort of like in limbo, right? And being in our homes and not really having our social lives the same and not really doing all the same things, and sort of everything moved a lot slower, and it felt like time stood still for a good period of time there. And this year has been the first full year that we've been outside of that time of our lives and have been able to, get ourselves back into routines and, really start doing and being in life instead of, constantly sort of like up or down, or are we in or out, or we have to stay home or not, like that whole crazy time that we lived. And so I think that that's a big part of, why this year feels like it's zoomed right by. And so if you're feeling that too, you're certainly not alone. And as we're coming to the end of the year, and as naturally, this is a time of not only reflection and like, hey, what did I do this year? And did I achieve my goals? Or did I, do the things I promised myself I would do? Or did I try those new things for myself? And it's also a time where we tend to be really busy, right? So December, like moving up to the holidays, or until we get to the holidays, it's like, there seems to be like still a lot of hustle and like getting all the decor and doing all the shopping and preparing for family coming to visit, or for friends, or for going to holiday parties. And it tends to be a really busy and very social time of year, which is awesome, right? Like amazing. I love that you're able to get out there and do all the things. And as I wanted to honor you in this time of year, but still wanted to put out a little bit of goodness to you and to your earballs over the holidays, is these episodes are going to be really short over the next few weeks, because really I'm just going to jump in. I'm going to give you a little bit of a boost, and then I'm going to let you off and let you go and go into your thing, and then come back the next week. So these next few weeks are going to be short and sweet. But I really just want to kind of maybe even help you reflect on a few things from this year, give you some ideas for like maybe how you want to intend to live out 2024, and really maybe even set you up with some different perspectives and way of thinking. Because if you're sort of trapped in the, autopilot, and you're doing the same old, and maybe you've been listening to some inspiration here for a while, maybe you've been listening to the stories that get shared here and the people that are sharing out loud, and it's inspired you to take action. That is amazing. But maybe you just haven't been at the point where you're ready to take action yet. And maybe you're still sort of like in your head about whatever it is that you want to do for yourself. And the first thing I want to say is that's okay while you decide on whatever that is. But when your heart has been talking to you for some time, and you have been procrastinating or holding off on doing what it is that you really want to do, and that's on your heart, and you haven't started yet, and it's still sitting there waiting for you, and it really wants you to do it, it's time, my friend, it's time. So I wanted to encourage you to take the reins and, start moving toward this new year with maybe a new perspective, and leaning into doing some of these things that maybe you've been holding back from. Maybe it's, getting a new job, or starting a new career, going back to school. Maybe it's that you're choosing to have children, or maybe it's that you're choosing to not have children, or you want to travel more, or maybe you want to live in a different country, or whatever is on your heart to do. Maybe you'll start a business, maybe you want to get married, like, I don't know, whatever it is. So there's always something, it feels like there's something that we could kind of dream up that we really would love to see ourselves do, or be a part of, or experience. And if that thing is on your heart, I'm really going to encourage you to start taking a step toward it. And I'm also going to encourage you to as much as you want, maybe make a skeleton of a plan if that's what you need to do. If you're a planner and you like to map things out, you can plan out certain steps of that. But here's the thing. I'm going to challenge you and or encourage you to start taking steps toward that thing without having to have every piece of the plan in place. Because here's the thing. As we start to do things that are different for us, and as we start to think and move and live our lives a little outside the box and move into that place of discomfort, right? Because as we're doing different things, we're moving into a place that's not so comfortable. It's not comfortable to make change. It's not comfortable to go and try something new sometimes, right? Because usually we're no good at it. So we don't want to fail and we don't want to look silly or whatever the case is. But here's the thing. Anything that you have on your heart that you want to do for yourself that you haven't yet done, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. There is no avoiding that. But here's the thing. That discomfort is going to take you to the new place. It's going to take you to a new place where you can create something new for yourself. And once you do it, once you make that leap and you make that shift, you do that thing, you say yes to yourself, you show yourself what's possible and that you can in fact do it. And if you have been sitting with something on your heart for a long time, like you decided last Christmas that you were going to do something and it's still on your heart and you've been sitting in you've been sitting in self-doubt or fear, or you think you're not worthy of it, or you think that there's no way it can happen for you, listen to me. It's not going to happen if you don't take action. It's not going to happen with you being comfortable. And you've probably heard this before, but nobody is going to come along and save you. No one's going to come along and pick you up and put you in the place that's going to make you uncomfortable. You have to be the one who picks yourself up and puts yourself in that place. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it. And when you take that leap and when you do it, you're going to show yourself that you can do hard things. And every time you show yourself what's possible, you remind yourself and you start to build this new experience for yourself where you stop being so afraid of trying to make the change. Because it's actually exciting. And you learn a lot about yourself and the people and the things around you. And you move yourself from the place that you are into a different place. So if you're feeling like that humdrum, ho-hum, autopilot sort of life that you're maybe living, or maybe you've been stuck and sitting in that same place for a while, it's going to help lift you out and move you into a different place. And it changes your whole perspective. And that is worth it because listen, you know what? We are not here forever. We are not here for a long time. We are here to make the best of the time that we are here, and we're here to make impact. We're here to help others. We're here to help ourselves. We're here to learn and evolve and grow and do and be. Living is an action word. It means to do, to move, to try. Go living means not just sitting in a dark room by yourself, not dreaming of the things you want to do and not taking action. No, it's doing. Living is doing. And because we have limited time here on earth, which somehow we think is going to last forever, and then you talk to people who are, at that stage of life and who have all these regrets about the things that they didn't do or the things that they didn't try because they didn't believe in themselves, or they thought they weren't worthy of it, or they thought they couldn't do it, or they didn't have the money, or whatever. They made all these excuses for themselves, and they realized at this last moment, these last breaths, they realized that they could have made a different outcome. They could have tried that thing and known if it did work or didn't work. And they would have learned from that experience. And here's the one last thing I'm going to say is that as you're leaning into trying new things, I know for most of us, the biggest fear is that we're going to fail at it. We're going to look silly and stupid doing it because we haven't done it before. And the possibility is there that we are going to fail. And I say, good. Because here's the thing. If everything always worked out for us and everything was really easy, well, it wouldn't be worth it, would it? And failure it's like a notification. It's like a symbol. It's like an email saying, hey, something's not quite right here. You maybe want to make some adjustments and then try again. That's what failure is. Failure is like a notice. It's just a redirection. It's saying, hey, maybe this isn't happening right now, or it's not going to happen, but it'll redirect you to something else. And as you're taking action, as you're living, as you're doing the things that you plan to do or that you dream of doing, that you're going to put into action, as you're doing them, they're going to introduce you to other things. And then those things are going to introduce you to other things that you likely would not have been introduced to if you didn't take the step in the first place. So here are my last final words for you in this very short and sweet podcast episode. You are welcome. You know I'm a talker. Make the leap and do it anyway. Take a step. It does not have to be all planned out. One step at a time gets you to where you want to be. And as you're trying it, you might go, ooh, you know what? In my mind, this was a whole lot different. And I don't know if I'm really loving this. Like, I'm trying it. I'm pushing myself. I'm getting uncomfortable. And then I get a little bit into this and I'm like, yeah, you know what? This isn't really what I was kind of hoping for. And I don't feel awesome in it. So I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to go over here. Oh, look at that opportunity. Oh, look at that opportunity. Oh, look at that opportunity. Things will start to come to you that weren't there before. And it is worth every minute. Don't live your life waiting for the things to happen for you. Go out there and take action and pursue the things that you really want. They can be really small and they can be really big things. But if you don't start making a step forward and start getting yourself uncomfortable, the change is in the action. The change is in the discomfort. And without that step, you won't do it. Change will not happen. And the last thing I'm going to say is this. I'm not going to give you a commercial because I usually throw in a commercial in my episodes. I won't give you a commercial, but I'm going to say this. I offer the Joy Project Community membership for women who are looking to make change and shifts in their life, who want to become more of who they are, who want to build their confidence, who want to be encouraged as they make shifts in their life, and who want to be cheerleaded and learn how to take different steps in their life and be encouraged to keep going. Because we all really want and love a cheerleader. And many of us don't have cheerleaders in our lives. Many of us have other people around us who are also afraid of taking that step and project their fear onto us. So here's what I'm suggesting, and this is the reason I built this community, is so that people like you and me could come together and support and encourage each other. Learn together, laugh together, cry together, share together, give each other share when good things are happening, share the wins, share the challenges, all of those things, because you've got people in your corner that are in there. They're in the arena with you. They're not just sitting on the sidelines over here talking about what they want to do and not taking any action. No, these are people that are actually taking the action. Are you with me? So it's a really great opportunity for you if you're looking for the support, because you may not find that cheerleader or support in the people that you surround yourself with right now. That's very possible. But I guarantee you're going to find it in this space. And if that doesn't work for you, well, I've got a couple other things coming up for the new year that I'm going to share with you over the course of the next couple episodes. So keep your ear tuned. And what I'm going to recommend is that you go and subscribe so you get all the notifications of all the things that are coming your way as opportunities to work with me and or to be invited into this community for the new year. I really encourage you to do that. Just simply visit itsme.christined.ca, scroll to the bottom of just about any page, and you'll have a subscribe button, and away you go. Subscribe, you'll get on my list, and I will be able to send you all the information about things and updates as they happen and give you some encouragement along the way. And one last thing I'm going to say to you is don't let that head of yours talk you out of what your heart really wants. It will come up with all kinds of excuses. We don't need any more excuses. We just need to take action. Do it scared. Do it with your knees shaking. And go after what you really want, because you know it's worth it. And so do I. I hope you have an awesome day and your holiday shopping is going great. And I will see you again next week here on the Say It Out Loud podcast. See you soon. Thank you for listening to this episode. I'd like to invite you to hit the follow button on this podcast so you'll be notified when the next one drops. And if you liked this episode, please leave a review, as it will help others to find this message. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at It's Me, Christine D. Or if you'd like to connect about being a guest on the show, ask me about group or one-on-one joy and mindset coaching, learn more about the Joy Project community, or consider hiring me for your next speaking engagement, please visit itsmechristined.ca. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.